Hey there everyone, Scapegoat Stephen back with another video battle report. So this is from my round 4 game at a tournament at Dice and Destiny in Canterbury. So round 1, as a recap of my previous video, I lost 12-4 to Sharkfish. Round 2, which is in one of my other videos, which the link will be in the description, I won 12-10 against Scalpel Morticians. So round 3 I played into one of our very good locals, James Reeves. He was a little bit underestimating Navigators. I think it was the first time he'd played against them, so I had a really good turn 1. It rapidly spiralled downhill from there as the bear got into my lines and traps went out, and it went very badly. But he's one of our best local players, so I'm glad to have at least given him pause for thought in turn 1. So what I managed to do there was end up losing 14-5, I think. So I got a single goal and a takeout on the mascot. So coming into round 4, you know, I've lost 2, 1-1, so I'm sort of middle of the pack, and I draw another fish player. So I end up playing into Sharkfish again, this time against a person who I've played once or twice before. So I know Andy, he's one of the Canterbury locals. So it's set to be a very interesting, very good game. Again, as with the first game against Sharkfish, it's a lot about positioning. The game's either going to go very quickly or it's going to be a long positioning nightmare. So let's see how it went. So I won the kickoff and I elected to receive. So looking at Andy's side of the pitch, you've got Tentacles, Kraken, Hag, Vet Sakana, Shark and Vet Siren, who is the kicking model. Coming down my side, you've got Angel, Wanda, Ebb, Azimuth, Windfinder and Fathom. So off goes Vet Siren with the kick. So the kick is accurate, and I think Andy ends up re-rolling it, but it ends up right there next to Fathom. So actually that makes my job a little easier with Fathom when at least it comes to collecting the ball and sort of retaining control of it. Obviously I'm not sure how long I'll keep control of it, with fish being what fish are. So Fathom's just going to jog, collect the ball and pass to Windfinder. Nice simple first activation. So Hag will Talisman and then push Kraken. So then I will just sprint Angel as a response. Tentacles jogs just around near that cover, and Wanda then jogs. Sakana will then coffers, bag of coffers Kraken, and then I'm not sure if that's a jog or a sprint, but he'll advance forward. So then I'm looking with Ebb, can I sprung a leak, and can I get Azimuth into everyone's favourite Sakana? So Ebb smooths away on Azimuth, jogs, and then you sprung a leak on Sakana, but I miss, which is unfortunate because I could have done with that. So Kraken then looks at how he's going to do his activation. He ends up having to sprint and then throws his drag at Ebb and pulls him in. So at the moment I'm now looking at what do I need to get into Kraken, because Kraken again I can generate more momentum off. So Windfinder full speed to heads Azimuth, passes to Azimuth, who then dodges 4 off that. She then jogs and takes an I Spy at Kraken, and I miss again. So it's not going well for ranged character plays in this first turn. So Siren activates. She will then advance and Dreadgaze Azimuth, which I haven't played a lot against fish. I think I played one game against Andy before, and I wasn't aware of what Vet Siren did. So obviously she's going to knock me down and I think push me as well, which will just delay Azimuth getting to where I want Azimuth to go. So Azimuth uses momentum to stand up, and he's still got a charge line to Kraken. So he's going to charge and then stand himself behind Ebb, just so he doesn't get pulled in any further. So he gets, I think he gets a wrap on the charge. So he knocks down Kraken and momentously nets Vet Sakana. We also momentously net Vet Siren while we're there. And then we do a momentous 2 push to push Kraken around. And then we're going to do a momentous 3 damage, which ends up being reduced to 2 due to Tough Hide on Kraken. So overall, for me, it was just about generating a bunch of momentum. Yeah, I'm not sure how safe Windfinder is there with the ball, as you can see there by Shark's threat. But we'll see how it goes. So Shark, in the end, he has to quick foot himself to be able to effectively charge Windfinder, but he's then going to be in Azimuth's melee as well, which will obviously lower his tack value. So I defensive stance, because I'm expecting he's got a 2-inch melee. He won't come close enough for me to have to be concerned about being able to counter attack. So defensive stance takes me up to 6. The first attack goes in, and actually all that Shark gets is a momentous dodge off it, but it does pull Shark out of melee engagement with Azimuth. He then takes non-momentous tackle, and he's just out of being able to shoot and score, so he passes back to Siren, and Siren will take a 4-inch dodge off of that pass. So that's the end of turn 1. Bit of momentum scored on either side, but not a huge amount. A few of the Fisherman players are knocked down. Oh, Siren obviously was stood up by Shark. So we play cards. Fish draw midfield general, so +1/+1 move, and Navigators get +1 tack on a model of my choice. So I'm looking at where Fathom is positioned at the moment, and I'm thinking I can probably get a goal run, sort of top of this turn, go ahead on points, because then if we end up with a ping pong back and forward on goals, then I'm in the lead with it. So I believe I also win initiative on this. So I make a slight tactical error with Fathom here, in that I go in and I forget about Gravity Well and get pulled into Kraken, so I end up having to take attacks on Kraken. So for me, there's no way of now being able to dodge enough to get in and score that goal. So I charge Siren, get pulled in. Siren has defensive stance. Protective Instinct also kicks in. There's a little bit of a rules query about Protective Instinct, but obviously it's when I declare my target. So I still get to attack on Siren. So I get a momentous double dodge, and then I do another momentous double dodge, and then in the end I decide actually I'm going to have to kick to space, because I need to get some... I'm basically looking at, can I get Angel in to effectively score with the linked activation. So obviously there's a little bit of discussion here about what do I do. Am I actually going to be able to get to the goal in the end? Obviously I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to be an inch or two short, which is a shame. It would have been nice to have scored with Angel, with Fathom, linked with Angel, and gone straight in again for another goal. Didn't work though, so I'm just going to kick the ball that way to space. Obviously I'm engaged, so it goes down to just the 1 die. Well, they're all 2 die there. Maybe I'm misremembering. So kick to space takes the ball all the way out to there. I do immediately link to Angel, so Angel will nimble herself just to make herself more survivable for later in the turn. She will super shot herself. She will then sprint, and we're currently looking at when I nip into the fast ground and put myself into a position where can I get that hopefully avoids Tentacle's 2-inch melee, all that sort of thing, just to make it so it's the easiest possible charge. So I'm going to sprint, I'm going to shoot. It's a super shot on goal, so it's 5 dice and I do score. So looking at the kick out goes wide over on Andy's left towards the camera. It's currently 4-0 to the Navigators. So actually that was a reasonably good scatter, especially because Siren now Shadow Light's 2 inches out, so she's not being engaged by Fathom anymore. So now she will charge Windfinder, picking up the ball on the way. Windfinder defense stance and counter attacks. There is just a complete miss on attacks by Siren, so I counter attack and I tackle the ball. Then Siren will buy an attack and get a momentous tackle dodge off on Windfinder, and then actually she'll just drop the ball behind herself. So I'll activate Windfinder. Windfinder will legendary. She'll move herself, Azimuth and Ebb. She'll dance around Siren and pick up the ball, and then she'll attack Siren, and actually she'll get a non-momentous I Spy, which I will use to target Shark, because I don't like Shark. Obviously Siren has already activated. Tactically it makes more sense to do it on Shark. So then I'll get a momentous dodge. So Hag then activates. She'll legendary, just to push everyone around, or a few people around. And then actually she'll Fisher's Reel Shark out of melee once all these pushes have occurred. Again, so Shark can try and get in, tackle the ball off Windfinder, and get a goal. So I will then activate Azimuth. He will then attack Shark. So I managed to get a momentous disarm on the first attack. I get a wrap on the second attack because of I Spy. So I get a 1 damage and a momentous 3. And then my follow-up, my third attack, I get 1 damage on the wrap and I momentously net Siren back to the floor. In hindsight, maybe I should have done that on Shark. But I think I was worried about the gang up from Siren. So Vetsakana then stands up. He uses Bag of Coffers on Shark and will attack Fathom. So he'll do 1 damage and declare a counter-attack. I do nothing and he gets a dodge on the counter-attack. Ebb will then go for a jog. Hag will do a parting blow which does 2 damage. Kraken will stand up. He'll drag Ebb back in, buy an attack on Ebb and momentously drag Azimuth back in, because obviously he doesn't want Shark anywhere near any of them. So then I will activate Wanda, who goes for a jog. Shark will then go for a jog because, you know, he's a very fast boy, and he will go and attack Windfinder. So he will tackle the ball off Windfinder. He'll then do a momentous dodge to be able to get a shot at tap-in range. And then he will score, as Shark likes to do. So it's now 4-all. Because I had a linked activation, that means actually Andy still has 1 more activation, but it is only tentacles. So I'm going to kick the ball out that way, because then it gives Fathom something to go for, potentially to again score another goal. So that's where the ball scatters, unfortunately for me. So the wrong direction I could have done with it going towards the goal. So we're now looking at cards. I, as the Navigators, play Grudge Match, and Andy, as the Fish, plays Seize the Initiative, which actually forces us to a roll-off, which Andy then wins. Which obviously for me is unfortunate. So in the end we dodge. So Siren dodges 4, Fathom dodges 4, Grudge Match goes on Fathom, Grudge Match goes on Sakana. And obviously I've got Fathom on with 4 and Angel with 4 there, so I'm looking at can I get a goal in. So Sakana will activate, he'll jog and attack Ebb. He does a momentous fancy footwork and takes the ball. He does 1 damage on Ebb, followed by 1 damage on Ebb, followed by a momentous raise the black flag, so he hits Fathom with -2 move and Siren with +2 move. He then Bag of Coffers himself and passes to Vet Siren. So Siren has the ball and dodges 4. So now I'm looking at, do I want to do Fathom and potentially go get the ball? So I Acrobatic, then I Heroic to dodge another 4, so I'm still pretty fast even though I've got -2 move. Staying out of Siren's melee range and everyone else's. So I'm going to make an attack on Siren, I tackle, and then I will momentously dodge. And then I will go for my jog, I think, finally, and pass to Angel. So that I then activate my linked, because again I might as well go for a goal. So Angel nimbles herself, super shots herself, and sprints. She stops at 4 inches away, so she sets up to be a snapshot turret for next turn. Because this is my thinking, that if she's there already next turn, I haven't got to worry about setting her up. I didn't want to put her just at the 5 inches, because then she'd be out of tap-in shot range. So there she goes. She's nice and central. She's defense 6. She's very likely to survive. And then she'll take a shot and score. So that puts Navigators to 8 versus Fishermen on 4. So Andy will kick the ball out. And as you can see again, it's a wide scatter off to the left. Or towards the camera. So Siren will activate. Siren will attack Windfinder. And score a momentous push dodge. Now there's a lot of sort of measuring here to try and figure out, can he get round the ground? Can he then be able to pass back to Shark? Is it easier to gliding, go through the ground? How is it that Andy can try and get a snapshot here with Shark? In the end, I think we get some steppers out just to try and make it a little bit easier to figure out the move. But in the end, yeah, it's fine. She will sprint, she will get the ball, and she'll pass to Shark and use that as an opportunity to snapshot with Shark, just to try and take us to 8-8. However, Shark, the best goal scoring captain in the game, it's his raison d'etre, it's what he does. He scuffs the ball massively. So unfortunately for Andy, he gets one of the 2 successes he needs, but not the second one for the snapshot goal. And unfortunately, the scatter takes the ball straight off the pitch. So we end up scattering from the centre of the board. And obviously this is massively unfortunate. Luckily for Andy, the scatter comes back this way, which obviously is quite useful for Shark, because Shark still hasn't activated. So I'm going to activate Azimuth next, and I'm going to start buying attacks into Kraken, because I've got a gang up. So I'm going to momentously net Sakana, because obviously I don't want Sakana going anywhere. I basically just want to keep this scrum locked down. The momentous net obviously being by attacking Kraken, because I have to attack Kraken due to protective instincts. My second attack, I momentously net Kraken. And sort of I forget I can choose a free gliding from Ebb here and just go pick up the ball. What I was looking for again was that snapshot try with Angel, but I'm not going to be able to reach it this turn. So in the end, I jog to snap the ball and end up attacking Sakana, and I managed to get a momentous 2. More again, I'm just getting the momentum, doing a little bit of damage, just trying to wear down some of his players that I can then possibly take out in one turn. Having obviously had that experience in the Morticians matchup, where actually I can get a reasonable amount of damage out with these players. So Kraken will stand up and attack Ebb, and he'll do a momentous knockdown double push. Lovely result. But he won't actually push, he'll just push me a little bit that way. He'll then take another attack on Ebb, and he'll momentously drag Azimuth. But because Sakana's in the way, I'll just be pulled into base to base with Sakana. And then stand Sakana up and make another attack and get a momentous drag, and he'll momentously drag Wanda. Just so Wanda can't go anywhere and get in the way of Shark. So obviously I'm looking here now, how do I block Shark getting to the ball? So Windfinder charges Azimuth, gets a momentous 1 inch dodge and a momentous 2 inch dodge, so basically a triple dodge to pull myself back. I'm trying to block line of sight, well not line of sight, but like line of movement for Shark charging Azimuth. So in the end, Shark will end up jogging to attack Azimuth. So I declare my poised counter attack, and Shark manages to only get a momentous dodge. So I counterattack and I disarm Shark, which obviously Shark's not too happy about. That said, Shark then manages to tackle me and momentous dodge, and then pass to Siren, just to get the ball again out of that danger zone that I think that Andy's worried about at the moment. So in the end, Wander and Tentacles just go for jogs, because that's all they've got to do this rest of the turn. So coming into this turn, it's going to be a short one. I didn't catch what cards we played, so apologies for that. I did win initiative. And looking at that, Fathom can get to Siren. So I will charge Siren. I will score a momentous dodge on the charge. Should be noted I am engaged by Shark actually, so it did reduce my attack as well, which made the rerolls all the better. I then make a second attack and get a tackle. I then heroic to dodge through the rough ground, and then I make a kick to space, because I'm looking here, can I link to Angel and get that final goal? Forgetting, of course, now I have 0 momentum. Now the scatter is pretty much perfect and goes straight to Angel. I link to Angel, and now I'm looking at what can I do to score this goal. Do I want to charge Hag or do I want to charge Sakana? Because I am looking at, I've got a super shot range of 10. It's not going to take a huge amount to get in there. So I super shot myself, charge, get a momentous double dodge and a momentous push dodge on the wrap against Sakana. A bonus time the shot on the goal for 6 dice with super shot and a score. So that is 12-4 to the Navigators versus Sharkfish.